Okay, Facebook. Let's see if we can get our lives together today. All right. Facebook thought it was Monday too. I already tried to come live and then it messed it up. Anyway, today is not Monday, but it feels like it because yesterday was a holiday, right? So all the back to reality for a lot of people today. And today for me, that meant leg day and a 5K. That's always my Monday routine. But I totally didn't get it yesterday. It was really hard for me because usually I'm very consistent with that, at least on Monday. But I tried to relax yesterday. It's so weird. Anyway, so I'm eating my zoodles whilst I waited for Facebook to get their life together. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today is excuses. So just something that's coming up a lot in my coaching, on the sides or whatever. So I like to go live with you guys and talk about it in person when that happens. So I think that I come off as a coach that is super encouraging and nice, maybe, or like positive, right, and encouraging. But I'm actually, I think personally, I just am very much a tough love person. So I like people to call out my crap. And so I find it easy to call other people's crap out. Hey, Ann, like going to Paris to learn how to cook. Oh, whatever. Anyway, so I like to have myself called out when I'm making excuses or playing the victim. And I like to call people out when they're doing the same thing. So, I try to do it in a nice way, I guess, sometimes. And people speak in problems and excuses, and I respond like I hear it in a language of solutions, right? So they have their problem, they have their excuses, and I just like immediately am coming up with like, actually, I feel like I have some solutions for you. Hi, yeah, I know, I'm just jealous, you know this. Okay, so I don't accept excuses, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I used to have a lot of excuses, and I had no results. Okay, I used to be way overweight, way out of shape, way unhealthy, on a lot of medicine, unhappy, depressed, like all that crap that I know a lot of people, uncomfortable, just super uncomfortable in my clothes, nothing fits, like all of that crap. And that's when I had excuses. When I decided to get over having excuses, I actually found results, and all of that stuff kind of got better as a result. But I will tell you specifically, the main reasons that I don't have excuses is because my own story. So the three typical, most widely used or whatever excuses are time, money, and some physical stuff. So I'm going to go over those three for me. Well, whatever. Do you have zoodles? Because that's what I want to take a bite. I'm so hungry. Okay. Anyway, so time is the main one. So I'll tell you my two examples personally, and this is just me. So I want, you obviously have your own story. The first time that one of the examples of time for me, when I was really focused on my fitness and nutrition, was when I was working full time with a job that had varying schedule, right? So had to work nights sometimes, had to come in earlier, had to stay late, had to cover elections, whatever it was. So I was working full time, had two kids, and then I was pregnant with number 3. So between all of those things, I still found time to go to the gym or work out before work and eat relatively well. So when people are telling me their excuses, it kind of gets like, well, I know I've done it. And while I was pregnant, which is like my least favorite state of being ever, no offense, sorry, love babies, but not being pregnant. So I went through that. I lived through that. I found a way through that. So when people say that as an excuse, I just automatically am like, no, sorry about your luck. Love you. Okay. So that's the one example. The other example is when I had Ayla. She was a month old. Chris left for a year. Hello. And I was still working part-time actually then, part-time from home with a baby and 2 kids. And so, and then 2 kids on top of the third one, right? Okay. And so there was no excuse then either. That was actually when I got my most fit at that, like I got really determined and really focused and got my best results that year. So a lot of my people are military spouses. So they really obviously have this similar problem or similar pain point. So a lot of times they might think that I would think that's an excuse, right? Like, oh, but the husband's gone. I'm like, girl, listen, I've been there. I know that it's tough, but you're tougher. And this is how we're going to get it done, right? So those are my personal examples. On another note, Stephanie's watching right now, and she works shift work where it's like back and forth all the time. She works 12-hour shifts. She has kids at home. She has a husband too. She is just doing, she's in school. Hello, don't forget about that. Okay. So whatever people are talking about their schedules, like Stephanie's pretty much probably got your beat. And she's been very consistent for almost 2 years now. I think that we've been, in the same group together. So time, I don't buy it. Your priorities, you're going to be as successful as you make your priorities line up, or your time line up with your priorities. So right now, if your priorities are sleep, Netflix, sleep I think is important, but whatever. Sleep, Netflix. I don't even know what people are doing. Soccer practice. Like, I don't understand how you're so busy that you can't give yourself 30 minutes to work out. I just don't. Sorry about it. I mean, I guess I'm just mean. Yeah, September. That's what I figured. So that's what I'm saying. I don't see it. I would love to talk to you and see how we can fit it in. But what it means, if you're saying you don't have time to work out or to eat healthy, it means that you don't prioritize your own health, which is really unfortunate, because most of the time other people are depending on you, whether it's at work, it's your family, whatever. They're depending on you to be healthy, right? To take care of them, to love them, to be there, to share life, to share memories. And sooner or later, if you don't pay attention to your health, it will catch up. And then you're going to be paying the price and the time anyway, which brings me to my next point. Oh, tough love. I know. I'm just a rude kind of person today. Okay. It might be a Monday, but it's actually a Tuesday. Okay. Second excuse is money. And again, so my personal story is I really wanted it to be free. Like, I'm from the military. I'm a military spouse. So I have always had free options for fitness, right? At least fitness. And, but when I joined the YMCA, that investment in myself and my time was probably the best. I used to say the best $63 I ever spent in my life, or whatever. I don't remember. And then I realized I didn't have to be paying that much. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So that was worth it in every last penny of it. But then there's the other flip of it, right? People are saying it's too expensive to eat healthy, or it's too expensive to have Shakeology. And these are the same people. I mean, it would be one thing if it's like single mom literally living on ramen noodles for her family. And then like, it's probably, I need to give you some food. Like this is a situation we're in. That's dire. And it's heartbreaking. And there is that obviously out there. Most of those people are not the people I'm talking to. These are the people that are still going out to eat, that are still drinking Monster drinks, that are still going to Starbucks or whatever, that have like endless amounts of goldfish and fruit snacks or whatever in their house. Again, which is fine. Like, I'm not judging your fruit snacks or your Monsters, but don't tell me you don't have the money to be healthy, right? Because zucchini costs less than I'm gonna need some goldfish. Okay, actually, it really does. It's much cheaper than goldfish, depending on the season, right? Carrots. A bag of carrots is like 89 cents versus a bag of chips, which is like $4 freaking. What the heck happened there? I don't even understand that. And they're crunchy. They're both crunchy, and they both start with C. Anyway, my point is your choices, your priorities. At that point, what you're telling me is to be unhealthy. Like, you would rather invest your money in that than be healthy. It's not that you can't do the healthy. It's not that you can't afford Shakeology. When I decided to afford Shakeology, real moment, I decided my beer budget was going to have to go down. And I wish I was joking, but I'm not. And I did, I know, at Aldi. That's why I was like, I shouldn't say Aldi because that's not fair. Not everybody has Aldi, but it's like 79 cents for a pound of them. This is what I'm eating right now. So it's even cheaper than getting a box of pasta. And I use it for zoodles. And you could get more than one serving out of it. Anyway, that's just squirrel. Okay. I was going somewhere and with the fact that, beer money. Okay, beer money. So I had to redo my budget. I was like, okay, so I have to like not drink so much beer. Just being real. And then I was like, okay, if I don't buy like a lot of this junk food that I usually buy, then I can afford to have Shakeology. And then, so then I just did it the 1 month because I was like, hey, listen, I don't need to pay for no protein shake. But then I was like, oh, okay, I need to pay for this because it's worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give it to me. I'm worth it. Anyway, so I know I should not do live. We should probably not do live together, except for I love you and I appreciate you being live with me. Okay, so money. What I'm saying is I haven't met somebody yet who says they can't afford it, that doesn't, can't actually afford it, right? They're just not showing where their priorities are. We're going to do our hair. We're going to do our nails. We're going to, which is great. You should take care of yourself. Like, hey, girl, get it, hair flip, okay? But don't tell me you don't have the money. That's an excuse. Eating healthy is not unaffordable. That's a myth perpetuated by chip companies. No, I'm just kidding. It is affordable. It's doable. And actually, it's better for everybody, money-wise and health-wise. So it's worth it. But these are just excuses people put because they're not willing to face the truth that they're not putting themselves, their health, as a priority. Like you're not. You're putting whatever else you're going to do, sleeping, like I said, sleeping, Netflix, soccer practice, whatever. You're putting all those above your own health. Fine. Just admit it. Like that's where we're at. If we're going to admit that, we're going to admit that, and you're going to be fine, and we're going to get along fine because that's fine. That's fine. Just don't say it's one or the other. The same with money. Like I said, nobody I actually talk to can't actually afford it. They're just not willing to prioritize their money to get healthy. This is like medicine. I don't actually take any medicine because of this personally. You know, I'm not saying that would happen to you, that disclaimer, but, and so it's worth it in the health investment all by itself, money-wise. And then I use it for lunch. And like I said, I found a way to make it fit in my budget. And I am on a budget. I'm on a budget. And so is the friend of mine that I just signed up for my last 10 by 10 girls for the summer. We're all on a budget, but we recognize, you know, you put money away for retirement. We're investing in our health for retirement. You know what I'm saying? So that's money. Last one, I don't want to go too long on this because it's not actually something I can speak to personally, but physical. I have clients with multiple sclerosis. I have clients with fibromyalgia. I have clients with rheumatoid arthritis, with, I wish I could say lupus. Like I've had clients with so many physical ailments and they still show up. They still do what they can. They still push hard. They're still trying to get better. They're still making progress. That I know that's no longer an excuse either. Like I haven't met, I'm not going to go too much into this, but I'm just saying you can have your my knee hurts excuse if you want, but you're not going to get results, and you just have to own it. Like it's an excuse. People with way more serious excuses than what you have are making it work. That sucks. That's hard, tough love, but it's true. Okay. And I mean, freaking men, Stephanie, we just need to chat today. Okay. Like it's just the truth. And sometimes I just got to speak the truth because I do believe in being encouraging and positive and pushing you and giving you a plan and giving you help and just walking through this with you. But I can't help you until you lose your excuses, right? That's just the way it is. And those are excuses. I don't accept them. I don't believe in them. I hear them and they just bounce right off, and I have ideas and solutions for you. So that's today's lecture that you didn't even know that you deserved. So sorry for yelling at you because most of you listening have already given up on excuses, and I'm proud of you for that. Now I'm going to eat my zoodles. I'm going to get on with my day and do laundry because I love laundry. So exciting. Bye, guys.